Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today, and welcome back to That Pacific Northwest Life. Today, I'm looking for a blacktail. I drew a doe tag, and I got a buck tag, so the possibilities are endless. Well, I just had an opportunity on a doe. There's two of them up on top of this hill, like way up there, about 250 yards. I started out looking at this clear cut, following a cow elk up here. Watched her for a while, and she, went over the other side. Got to see a silhouette. That was pretty nice. And then I just happened to turn my binoculars just like a couple, on about 50 yards over to the other side of the hill, and there was two does just standing there looking at me. So I did what any hunter would do, and I took a shot. Regardless, very exciting moment. Finally actually able to see some harvestable animals up here. Seeing the elk is great and all, but being able to actually put eyes on something that I'm able to harvest was a really big boost for me. So even if I don't get this animal, which will destroy me if I don't, it was nice to at least get an opportunity this year. And I think right now I might be learning a really hard lesson about hunting. I was really blessed to get a chance today. And when you get chances, you got to take them. There's really nothing else you can do except let them walk. It's probably been about 20-30 minutes since I took the shot, so I'm hoping that either the doe is dead or I missed and she just gave some weird looking movements on her body. So either way, I'm okay with it. The one thing I don't want, though, is it to be injured and have to suffer for a long time. And me not being able to harvest the animal and leave it injured is not something you should feel very good about. So, well, opportunity number one I took, but it was unsuccessful. I missed. I hit low. Found the stump where I had actually impacted. It was low. Just about a foot low. I rushed into it. That's what I did. I rushed into it. Hiked up there anyways. Wanted to see if I at least got any blood. Nothing. So, deer lives to see another day. It's a good thing, though. So, I don't know. Lots of opportunities around. It was only like one of my first stops, and I saw 3 animals, so good signs. Good signs. The rain really helped last night. We got a pretty good rainstorm last night. Brought in a lot of moisture. Nice and cool this morning. Smells wonderful out here in the reprod. So we're just gonna keep on trucking, and we're gonna see what we can find. Well, I think reality's starting to finally set in for me now. It's been about an hour since I took my shot on my doe with a complete miss. So just kind of struggling and coming to terms with that is kind of hard. But, we get opportunities, and sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. And today, it's one of those don'ts. Anyways, we're at a new spot now. One of my favorite parts about hunting the Coast Range is getting opportunities like this to hike behind gates. And Roseburg Forest Products, if any of y'all are watching this right now, thank you for allowing us to utilize your properties to hunt and recreate. Without you guys and other timber companies allowing us to do this, opportunities would be very scarce. We're gonna hike back in here a little bit. There's about 2 miles of clear cuts that no one really else has access to. So let's check it out back there and see what we got. Looks like it was clawed by something, scratched by something. looks to me like an elk. Took his antlers, a big bull took his antlers and scraped them on this tree here. I can't tell if that's for certain or not, but that hair it pulled off the tree sure looks like elk. Could have been a cinnamon phase bear though too. We don't know. Kind of looks like claw marks. Cool thing to see out here regardless. It is just a glorious day. It's beautiful. The sunlight coming down. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I am so blessed to live in this area. What a beautiful place to live and explore. Haven't seen much yet. Just got down into this little clearing here. I'm gonna hang out for a while. There's a lot of sign here. A lot of sign. Like trails all up and down these banks. Some scat on the ground. But what's frustrating for me is that it's nothing recent. We just had a big rain last night, so all the tracks have washed away. So there hasn't been anything active here since, as far as I know, yesterday. There could have been tracks and movement in here this morning, but the rain probably washed it out. Just gonna keep on going on this road. This is a really nice, easy hike. I'm glad that I did this today. I'm glad that I waited it out. When I got here this morning, there was someone already parked where I wanted to be here. So I left him be, which I'm kind of glad I did anyways, because then I got an opportunity for doe. Of course, missed that opportunity. But now I'm back at this spot. It's empty. It's all to myself. And it is just about as gorgeous as it can get. Gonna find out just kind of how they hang out. And I don't know if y'all can hear that. The other side of that clearing is the main road. Like the main road is that close to us here. And there's just an abundance of wildlife over here, so super stoked. Again, got my backpack on. We're set up and we're gonna try to see if we can see something. At the very least, it'll be great to do some scouting for elk season up here. There's a lot to cover out here and the sun's coming out. The deer are gonna be transitioning. The animals are gonna be transitioning into the timber for a while where they're gonna bed down. So I'm just gonna kind of bide my time, find the clearing, wait for him to make a move, and then hopefully be in the right place at the right time. Well, this is my new favorite spot out of all the places I've ever been to. This is now going to be my spot forever. And I say that for multiple reasons. The first reason is, first of all, this is behind a gate, probably about 2 or 3 miles that I've hiked back here. So I'm the only person that as far as I know, today has been back here. And I have a beautiful tree line, nice easy walk in, beautiful hillside to look at and glass. My personal favorite are these thickets of oak trees. Oak trees like this are impossible to find when you're deer hunting. The only time I've ever been able to hunt oak trees has been on private property. All right, and that's hard enough as it is to do. But being able to come out here into the woods where, other people are hunting and getting a little thicket of oak trees like this to yourself, it's like sitting on gold. This is a really, really nice area right here, and it is full of life. This road goes all the way down here and around this tree line here. I could keep going, but I'm not, because I don't want to push anything out that could possibly be in here. And I will be coming back to this spot more and more often, now that I know that it's a fairly easy hike. Probably taking a bicycle on this road too. This road is definitely flat enough to where you could ride a normal bicycle. Great sign for me to see on this road. Finally seeing animal scat. Big enough quantities. It's great. This has been a very productive day for me. I mean, I haven't killed anything, but I got really darn close, about as close as you can get. And I've discovered a new favorite place of mine to sit and explore and really get to know. I know for those of you wondering, those are not elk on that hillside, those are just stumps. But I will be returning to this place at some point. Now, whether or not I bring a blind, or if I just sit in the trees and wait for something to happen, I might do that. But the way I see it, this is going to become a new favorite of mine, coming back here. So definitely going to be looking forward to coming back here. Really, it was a great opportunity for me to get the chance to come out here and hike this. I'm really glad I did. I'm going to take some advice that I learned a while ago when it comes to, hunting public land or hunting areas that are often overpressured. Get to know one drainage, get to know one small area. I feel like my mistakes recently have been that I haven't been focusing too closely on one area, and I'm just generally just hopping from clear cut to clear cut back and forth, just trying to find something, when in reality, right, especially in this spot where there's so much sign and so much recent sign at that, it would be silly for me to move on from this area and disregard it. So I'm going to take a lot of time in the coming years, next couple years, including this year, to really get to know this area, get to know the animals, get to know their behavior, and figure them out bit by bit. I think tomorrow I might come out with a trail cam, set it up out here, let it go for a few days, and then come back and check it and see what I can learn and study from these animals, because that's going to be the next step, is figuring them out, getting a pattern down, trying to decide where, when, and how to make an attack strategy. So a lot of exciting things. Thanks for joining me today on this adventure, and I will see you in the next one.